All right, we're gonna work on a little bit of stay, park it, maybe some touch. We'll see what we get to in this video. You ready? She's ready. So touch is one we've been working on, and it is a nose bump. Touch, yes. I feel like it's still a little, she can get better at it, but I guess what I'm wanting from her is more energy doing it, because you can use your touch as an additional way to call her to come, right? Sometimes when we call our dogs to come, they have a history of feeling like that's not the best word or not in their best interest. So when we create something totally special and new, they'll work for that. So touch, she comes over, she does a nose bump, she gets rewarded for it or praised or played with or whatever. And so you can really start to back that up, and then you could use it other times, right? Like if she did get out the door and you've worked on your touch outside your front door, then that could be an alternative behavior to ask her to do. It's also like a watch me, right? It gets focus on you. So she's on the other side of the room. I'm gonna see if I can get her over here with touch. So Maggie, touch. She's coming. Oh, touch. Yes. She sometimes does this like whole head lean, which she's really likes to, touch you with her head anyway. So Maggie, touch. Yes. Good girl. Good. Maggie, touch. Yes, good girl. It's just very light. Watch me. Good. Maggie, touch. Good girl. Definitely a good girl. So that's all it is. It's a little nose bump, right? So look at your hand. You can move your hand away. Sometimes that will help. All right. Touch. Good girl. You can also get to a point where you go, I'm only going to reward when you really hit my hand hard, or when you come over quickly and do it. So with all the behaviors, as she's getting better, you can go, I'm going to reward the best versions of that behavior, and the other ones do not get rewarded, right? Or maybe it just gets a good girl versus a good girl and a treat. Okay, so we're going to do stay next. Stay means to freeze in one place. It means do not move until I release you. So Maggie, sit. We'll go down since you're probably gonna go there anyway. Watch me. Good girl. All right, stay. So it's a palm up, like stop sign. Maggie, stay. And now I'm just gonna move around her. I'm not gonna go too far. Good. I like that she went on her hip. Got a little relaxed. Good girl. Now I'm gonna come back and reward. So she gets the treat for being calm and still and not moving. Stay. Good girl. Nice, right? I'm always coming back to her. So I'm doing things like I'm walking around her. I might turn my back to her. That sometimes will cause a dog to get up just because you've taken your eye contact away from them. Good girl, stay. Ah, good girl. Okay, so I gave her a tiny correction if you heard it. It went, right. Because she started to get up. And so when I made that little noise, she also went, oh, just kidding. Okay, Mag, good girl, good girl. So when our stay is over, I'm gonna pat my leg and say, okay, so that means it's done and she can get up. Sometimes our dogs will just lay there. And if I have a dog and they don't get up, I might just say, okay, and then I go on about my business. But the okay is a very important part of the stay. We're releasing it. We're telling her she can go. Good. All right, so now we'll add in park it. Park it, it still needs a lot of work, but she's getting there. So park it means for her to go lay down on a mat and relax. So this is a pretty big monster mat here. You don't need a mat this big. It could just be a blanket. But I like having a big one to start out with. Good girl. She's like, oh yes, I remember this one. I remember this one. Oh yeah, that's it. Okay, so I have not asked her to do this yet, but I will reward her. I like her effort. Okay, so on park it, I want to point to the mat, tell her to park it. I want her to run over and relax. That's what I'm looking for. Good girl. Okay. Can you touch? Good girl. Watch me. Good girl. Go park it. Park it. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. I want her to lay all the way down. Oh, it's perfect. So now, I kind of treat it like a stay. I don't have to say stay, but I can move around and reward. Good girl. Yes. Right. So it's a lot like a stay. It's just sending them over to a mat. We would want really nice relaxation here. This is a good one to do when you're watching TV. Just like sit down on the couch. You could have her dinner. Let her be over here, right? And then you just like randomly toss her food to her while she's relaxing on her bed. Her eyes are literally closing. She's good, but she's so tired. We can fall asleep. We can fall asleep. Good. Okay, Max. Okay, good girl. Good girl. We'll do one more. Maggie, go park it. Oh, it's in the mirror. Beautiful. Good girl. Oh, good girl. Okay, so she's kind of hanging off here. So I'm gonna put my treat over there. Oops, kind of went behind her. I can strategically toss my treat to help her get on the mat. There we go. That's it. That's it. Good. You should keep building up duration. So on your stay, on your park it, you always build up duration, how long they can stay, distance, how far can you go while they're there, and then distraction. So, you know, what else is going on in the environment, and we always want to be building those things up. Good girl. Okay. Okay, now